size of battery would cause a 10 ohm resistor to use 0.81 kilowatts of power. So let's look at what we have in this question we don't have. It's asking us for the size of battery. We can assume that doesn't mean physical size. It probably means like what type of battery or what voltage of battery, potential difference. So we want to solve for V, is what it's really asking us for. I just used some kind of slang there, some common everyday language. 10 ohm resistor, so that's resistance, is equal to 10 ohms. Always ask ourselves, is that an SI unit? And in this case, it is. Power is 0.81 kilowatts. Well, that is not SI units. So, but a kilo is 1,000. So 0.81, we want to times that by 1,000. We're going to move the decimal over 3 places. And that is 810 watts of power. So, we want V, we have R, and we have P. You might know an advanced equation that has both those things. There is actually an equation that, or equation triangle, that looks like this. If you happen to know that one, you could actually cover up the V, or in this case V squared, and so I'm going to do P times R, and that's going to give me V squared. I'll take the square root. But if we don't know that equation, what we can do is say, well, if I had P and if I had I could solve for that equation. I could try to solve for I. That doesn't help me that much either, because I need V to get that. So let's just work with this equation. And if we didn't know this equation, we could have built it. Because P is equal to I times V. But if we don't know I, we do know that I is equal to V over R. And we could replace the I with V over R. And we get P is equal to V over R times V, or V squared over R. And it builds that formula for us. Not an easy way of doing it. We're definitely much better off just memorizing or writing down this formula so we have it. So, if V squared is equal to P times R, then V is going to be equal to the square root of P times R. And we can just basically plug in the information that we have here as SI units. So power is 810 watts. Multiply that by 10 ohms. The square root, then we want the square root of 8,100. I'm going to use one of my power laws that we learned in grade 9 math this year in reverse. I'm going to say that's the square root of 81 times the square root of 100. Our power laws actually kind of work with square roots as well. If you don't know that yet, that's okay. You can always use your calculator or work this out. But then that's 9 times 10, or 90 volts. And that is our answer.